When did a stranger accidentally save your life? I'd been riding the 11 p.m. bus for 3 weeks straight. Always sat in the back row, earbuds in, staring at nothing. Working at that call center was draining my soul 8 hours a day, and going home to my crappy studio apartment felt even worse. That Tuesday night hit different though. My landlord had slapped a second eviction notice on my door that morning. Bright pink paper, impossible to miss. Then during my lunch break, I saw my ex Brandon posted photos with the girl he swore was just a coworker. And my manager told me if I showed up late one more time, my hours were getting slashed. I was barely surviving on full time. I sat in my usual spot, gripping my backpack strap so hard my knuckles turned white. Earlier that day, I'd typed painless ways to end it into Google. I closed the tab fast, but the search sat there in my history like a dirty secret. The bus was nearly empty. Just me, an old lady up front, and the driver who never looked at anyone. Then this guy got on at Maple Street. Not old, not young, maybe 30s, wearing a gray hoodie and jeans covered in paint stains. Blues, yellows, some dried green on the knee. He had a beat-up messenger bag and this thick sketch pad under his arm. The bus was basically empty, but he sat across from me. Not creepy close, just diagonal. I kept my music loud and stared out the window at the dark streets sliding past. From the corner of my eye, I saw him open his sketch pad. His hand moved fast, scratching pencil sounds I could hear even through my headphones. I tried to ignore it. Then he cleared his throat. I looked over, annoyed, ready to tell him to leave me alone. He was holding up the sketch pad, facing me. It was a drawing of me, my face, my headphones, even the little chip in my black nail polish on my thumb. My stomach dropped. What the hell? I pulled out one earbud. Sorry, he said, not looking sorry at all. You just looked like you had a story. I draw people who look like they're carrying something heavy. I should have been mad, should have moved seats. But something about how he said it made my throat tight. That's weird, I said. Yeah, probably. He kept sketching, adding shadows under my eyes. I paint murals around the city. Started this project last year. The Weight Project, I call it. I draw strangers who look like they're holding the world on their shoulders. I didn't know why I kept talking to him. Maybe because he wasn't looking at me while we talked. Just at his paper. Made it easier. Well, you picked the right person tonight. He nodded. Didn't ask me to explain. Didn't do that fake, oh what's wrong thing people do when they don't actually care. We just sat there while the bus rumbled through empty streets. After a minute, I started talking. Told him about the eviction notice, about Brandon and that girl, about my boss, and how I was one screw up away from losing everything. About my apartment that smelled like mildew, and how I couldn't afford to eat and pay rent at the same time. He just listened, kept drawing. When I finished, he looked up for the first time. His eyes were brown, tired looking. I don't know if this helps, he said, but I think you belong here. You just haven't found your place yet. It was such a simple thing to say, but something about it cracked me open. My eyes got hot. I looked away fast, blinking hard. Thanks, I guess. I mean it. He tore the page from his sketch pad and handed it to me. Keep this, for when things get heavy again. The bus slowed at my stop. I folded the drawing carefully, shoved it in my jacket pocket. When I stood up, he was already packing his stuff. We both got off. The street was dark except for one flickering streetlight. I turned to say something, maybe ask his name, but he was already walking away down the alley next to the laundromat, just gone. I walked home slower than usual that night, kept my hand in my pocket, touching the folded paper. When I got to my building, I didn't cry looking at the eviction notice. I just went inside and made ramen and ate it while sitting on my floor. The next morning, I left early for work. Wanted to avoid my landlord. I walked to the bus stop, same as always. But something was different. The wall next to the stop, the brick one that usually had old band posters and graffiti tags, was covered. A huge mural, fresh paint, still shiny in some spots. It was my face, giant, like 8 feet tall, wearing headphones, eyes closed. And underneath, in big white letters, you are not invisible. I stood there staring at it for so long I missed my bus. My chest felt tight, but good tight, like something had shifted. I took a picture on my phone. Then I called my mom for the first time in 2 months. Asked if I could stay with her for a few weeks while I figured things out. She said yes immediately. Said she'd been waiting for me to call. I never saw that guy again. Never learned his name.